Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the last half of December, December 16 to December 31st, 2019. Thank you for being here. I hope you're all doing well. I already shuffled for your energy, so we're going to lay out your spread here, Gemini, using the Celtic cross. Happy holidays to all of you in this month of December. Be safe and enjoy. So we're going to get into your reading. Now, when I was doing the pre-shuffle for you, Gemini, the lovers, which is here now, popped out earlier in your spread. Well, in my shuffling for your spread. And so I feel like there may be a focus on you making some decisions, needing to make a very important choice or important choices. Or you may be focused on relationships and partnerships right now. Or you may be focusing on contractual things, contracts, and meeting deadlines, getting an understanding of partnering with others or with someone in particular. I'm also hearing there's a need to heal. There's a need to heal, or you're trying to heal something. So let's get into this for you, Gemini. At the bottom, you do have the Two of Pentacles. So this is earth energy. There can be a focus on you trying to balance your money or make adaptations as far as your money is concerned. There may have been a change for you with work, but with the Two of Pentacles here, there's a focus on needing to balance things out, to needing to adapt, needing to make changes, and also making decisions around all of that with the Two of Pentacles here. So you may be juggling things, moving things around, trying to take care of things, trying to manage things, trying to maintain your comfortability with what's going on for you or what you need to see happen. Now, your attitude, Gemini, your emotions and feelings is you have irritated. Yeah. Annoyed, aggravated, and bothered. So what got you feeling tight, Gemini? You are irritated and agitated here. You're frustrated about things. You may be frustrated with something that needs to be balanced or that became out of balance, or with things that you need to adapt to that's happening that may be outside of your control or that just need to happen at this time. Or you may be irritated, with having to juggle things. Now, the main theme for you, Gemini, is you have shelter, retreat. So I feel like with this as your main theme, Gemini, I'm feeling like you've needed to withdraw. You've needed to withdraw, like withdraw altogether here. Okay? Where you are in a space of solitude. But I do feel wherever you are, where you have had to retreat, had to withdraw, had to take a step back, maybe a few steps back, that you do have covering, you do have support. Or you may be focused on your covering, your support, your security at a time that you require or find yourself in a space of retreat, having to have to fall back. Now, for some of you, I'm picking up that you are needing to heal from an injury you've sustained. I'm seeing a fracture, um, like your leg or your ankle. Something's going on with, for some of you, with your leg or your ankle, where you may have sprung it, twisted it, even perhaps broke it, and that has caused you to be in a space of where you need to retreat. and you're irritated by that because you may see it as a setback or it's getting in the way, or you may just feel very uncomfortable. Of course, you would with an injury that you sustained, for those of you that this is resonating with. Now, the root cause of all of what you're going through, for the most part, Gemini, is you do have this King of Swords. So, with the King of Swords here, this may be you being very calculating, planning, strategizing, trying to execute your plans, see success with your goals and aims here. You may be focusing on communicating with the focus of getting things done, getting things out of the way, making sure you have a clear path here. Also, with the King of Swords, there may be a focus on a professional or someone in authority where you're trying to have some order, have things organized. You want the process to happen, or you are trying to have a process or receive a process with the King of Swords. Now, with the King of Swords, something may have gotten cut out. For example, those of you that are injured, you're not in the game. You're out of the game, right? The game of life. You have to sit back and you got to heal. And so you may not be able to go to work or do the things that you normally would do. And so this is you needing to cut things out, maybe readjust, strategize. This is you focusing on having a clear head, making sure that everything that needs to be taken care of or needs to be accounted for is happening. What's on your mind about this King of Swords is the Lovers. Now, some of you, you could be dealing with someone in the King of Swords energy. There's someone significant to you. But with the Lovers here, Gemini, this is you showing up in your energy with the Lovers. You also could be dealing with someone who is also a Gemini. And so with the Lovers here, this is you focusing on making head over heart decisions. This is you focusing on your relationships, perhaps. You may be focusing on the connections that you are trying to form or keep. There may be issues where you could be experiencing a measure of disappointment or unhappiness in certain relationships. You may be seeing some conflict that you're trying to communicate or be effective in your communication with, or seeing who or what needs to be cut out. But this is you focusing on trying to have balance, okay, with your decisions, balance in your relationships. With the Lover's energy here, this is also, you could be experiencing some duality here. But also, I feel with the Lovers, for those of you where there's a focus on healing, this is about you needing to achieve or you being mindful of how to have inner balance with the Lovers. Now, in the recent past, you do have the Seven of Wands or the Seven of Rods. So you've had to stand your ground in the recent past, but also you experienced some challenges in the recent past as well. Now, the thing about the Seven of Wands, you could have been experiencing something that you were either resisting or you were being resisted by from others, where you were experiencing opposition in the recent past. But you stood your ground. You held your ground in the recent past as well, despite the challenges you were experiencing, demanding and requiring clear-cut communication because you have objectives and focus and wanting things to be done in decency and in order. Now, there could have been or may be a focus on contracts with the Lovers. Now, at present, you do have the Queen of Cups. So I feel like, Gemini, this is a space and time where you're focusing on your own emotional balance and peace, where you're looking for things to, you know, run smoothly. This is you nurturing yourself or in a space of nurturing and healing. This is having balanced emotions here. I'm also picking up that for some of you, there is a measure of codependence on your part, or someone is codependent upon you in this time. But with the Queen of Cups, this is also you tapping into your intuition, following your instincts here. But also very much in your emotions and feelings. But I do feel that this is you trying to balance your emotions, perhaps even balance yourself, or see balance with what it is that you want to see taken care of or nurtured here, where you were experiencing challenges. But I do feel that you are being supported, or you have support. Also, I'm hearing the word pensive. You may be feeling a little pensive. Now, your challenge is the devil. So, with the devil here, you could be dealing with a Capricorn. But the devil energy talks about you may be experiencing the challenge of feeling empowered in a situation. You may be experiencing the challenge of feeling oppressed, or the challenge of meeting obligations, or the challenge of feeling controlled or trying to have control in a situation. There may be some negative circumstances, situations you are experiencing some measure of toxicity. There may be the challenge of trying to avoid any frustrations or chaos that you feel that may be happening. With the devil here, you may be experiencing some fears as a challenge. Or, with the devil here, there may be the challenge of needing to live in a more balanced way, adapting to your circumstances or what's happening with you in such a way that you are being able to live in a more balanced state. But there may be the challenge of you being able to try to overcome things. And there could be the challenge of feeling stress, or just feeling stuck and stagnant in some way. Now, in the future, you do have the Six of Cups. So, with the Six of Cups, water energy, feelings, and emotions, in the future, you are able to reconcile or get some sort of successful conclusion to something that you are dealing with or experiencing that you wanted to have some emotional satisfaction to. With the Six of Cups here, you also could be focusing on memories, or the past, or someone from the past, or something from the past. With the Six of Cups, there also is the possibility that you're focusing on family or children. Now, your attitude, your energy is the Six of Swords. This is you moving on, or trying to move on from a time of difficulty and getting more peace of mind, getting more peace in your circumstances and environment. For some of you, this is you wanting to travel, wanting to move, or wanting to see things move, or see a process, see movement with a process, or with what you're confronting, or with what you may be experiencing some difficulties around. This is you focusing on how to move past all of that shit and get to a place of peace where you have peace of mind around things. Or if you're able to move on from the things that aren't serving you, or that you feel oppressed or stuck in, or where you want obligations met, or you want agreements or people to hold up their end. I'm also hearing you want people to hold up their end. Like you're doing your part, you want others to do theirs, to take care of their business, any business concerning you. You want things to be done in order. and kept organized and maintained. Now, how you're being seen is the Ace of Wands. So you're being seen as someone who has a lot of inspiration, taking the initiative. You're being seen as someone who is looking to recenter, to have a new start, to take the lead here with this Ace of Wands. But this is you focused perhaps on trying to invest in something, or have a new situation initiated, or you're initiating something around you, what you have ambition with. But this is you taking action with the potential to recenter things, to have a new start. Now, your hopes and fears. For some of you, this is around a particular partnership or relationship where there is a King and Queen of Swords here. This is a couple or a marriage or a significant relationship. For some of you, this is you needing to balance yourself in your yin and yang energies, your feminine and masculine energy needing to be balanced, or you are finding balance. But with the Queen of Swords as your hopes and your fears, the Queen of Swords is very intelligent, very strategic. She focuses on how to effectively strategize and get things done. She comes up with the plans and she sees to those plans being met. But also with the Queen of Swords, you're hoping to cut out any nonsense and bullshit that wants to get started or is showing up, to clear that away. And so you're looking to be effective in your means, Gemini, with this Queen of Swords. Now, your fear is that you're not going to be able to clear away the bullshit and the nonsense that you may encounter with this Queen of Swords, or you may not be able to get the communication that you need to see your goals met or see the things that you want to have worked out done. But you're hoping to cut things out, you're hoping to have clarity, and you're hoping to clear the air around anything that has had some confusion or that's been toxic or been held up with that Queen of Swords energy. But you are hoping to be very calculating and measured and accurate here. You want a system, or you want what system that's in place to work. Now, you do have as your likely outcome is justice. For some of you, you're dealing with the Libra. For others of you, you're dealing with the legal matter. For others of you, you're focusing on trying to make some very important decisions. You're focusing on trying to balance things, do things with fairness, being logical, being rational, having clarity with justice here. And so with justice, you see the right thing happen. This is you getting balance here. For some of you, you are continuing to focus on maintaining balance by continuing to weigh things up and make adjustments where needed. But be mindful to make the right choice or to do what's right. For some of you, this is about you getting something in your favor that you've been waiting for, some sort of solution, something that gives you satisfaction. To look a little more closely on that devil energy as your challenge, you do have this Two of Rods. So this is something that you are having the challenge with your plans, or the challenge with what it is you're looking to dominate or to go down a certain path with. And to look a little more closely with justice, you do have the Chariot. So this is you wanting forward movement, wanting progress, wanting to overcome your obstacles, wanting to be able to go with the flow, wanting to be able to steer things, to get to the destination you want to arrive to come up with, to have the will, the determination, the emotional control, the communication, the clarity, the forward movement, and see things balanced and worked out for you. That you may be experiencing some difficulties around, or it's a little shaky because you are experiencing some irritation here, or you're irritated by, you trying to get things done and with people that it involves or has to involve to do it, and you want everybody to do their part, but you do get balance. So let's take a look, Gemini, at what the guidance is for you. Spirit, what is the guidance for Gemini, December 16th to December 31st, 2019? So just make sure you're mindful to maintain your emotional balance, to remain sensible, to nurture yourself, take care of yourself, follow your instincts and your gut, turn away from the things that are toxic or the things that make you feel oppressed or irritated. Okay? Try not to be bothered with the things that's going to put you in that space, or move away from it as quickly as you can. Spirit, what is the guidance for Geminis, December 16th to December 31st, 2019? Can we please have some guidance? But you do get balance. There is the ability to have balance here and to have things reconciled and see solutions to the things that you're caring about. Thank you, Spirit. You have acknowledgement. That's a 26 breaking down to an 8. Seeing, knowing, acceptance. Okay? So there's a need for you to have wisdom, to be sharp, because an owl also can see in the night, right? So make sure you are maintaining that night vision so you can see through the nonsense, the things that can cause potential irritation, or the things that is causing you irritation. Use wisdom, diplomacy, and tact, and focus on, what prioritize, what really needs to be acknowledged, and prioritize in that way so that you are not overwhelmed by how you are making your plans or what it is that you want to see done. I also feel that there's a need for you to have some patience with yourself and perhaps even patience with others. I feel like you have very little tolerance. For some of you, you may be feeling like what's happening with you and your need to rely on others, that you're being tolerated. But with acknowledgement here, this is you being able to see things clearly, being able to have the awareness and the acceptance of your situation and what you're experiencing and what part you play and what part others are playing here, and you having the wisdom to navigate through this and have the balance and the reconciliation and the successful conclusions that you want here. And with it being a 26 breaking down to an 8, this is you being able to receive the changes or make the changes through your ability to reevaluate things. This is your ability to really dissolve and reduce or eliminate the problems that you may be experiencing and seeing. This is you learning, achieving, having clarity, and modifying as you go. I hope these messages help. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And thanks for watching. Bye.